Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
Previously on Rise of the Free States, you were taught the fine arts of fencing and melee from the leader of the Anarchs, whose name I just brain farted on.
McNeil?
Thank you, Jeremy McNeil.
A Scotsman.
Yes, taught you how to wield a sword. In exchange, he gave you the task of what was supposed to be a diplomatic mission to go see in some new anarchs from Mexico.
Negotiations broke down.
Well, it turns out the Toreador just wanted to be a bunch of racist meanie bobinis.
You don't tolerate racism.
They called me the N-word.
You guys did walk in on basically the middle of a hate crime, diablerized the motherfuckers, and now you have 3 wounded vampires laying there that you have not attended to yet. You spent the night searching the Anderson residence for another fetter, and indeed you did find one, a gold pocket watch that seems to be attached to the ghost of her husband. Murphy Fierro went to the pet store. I can't honestly remember what else happened, so for the audience's sake, if there's any anachronisms or anything that doesn't fit, we're not retconning it. It was just a drug withdrawal hallucination in Murphy's mind.
Turns out he wasn't a vampire at all.
This was all just a dream I was having.
The opposite of Victim of the Masquerade.
X, I'm assuming you have the higher initiative mod out of your compatriots currently?
Maybe.
I only got a +4.
What do you have?
+6. 5 unless celerity adds to it.
Yes,
It does.
also
So 6.
I've got +9.
+9? Okay. I would like to have Jibril, Murphy, and Carlo roll initiative for me so I can try to keep this in order.
Okay, well we're going first.
6 wins.
X could roll a 1. I mean, he didn't, but he could.
That's still a 10.
9, 9, 9.
That's a 15.
What'd you do, Murphy?
That's a 14.
Carlo?
9. He's here too.
Alright. So then we begin on the beach of Santa Monica with you 3. There's kindred vitae everywhere. Some which you have spilled. Some which the despicable racists have spilled. Mingling with the sands, washing out with the wastes. You...
Escalated.
I mean, yes. You are alone underneath the pier with nothing but the gentle sloshing of the waves. Back and forth and back and forth in stark contrast to the horrible violence, the horrible, despicable violence that just took place not a moment ago, which you, after escalating, put an end to.
They called us names.
Before you lie the 3 vampires of Mexican and African American descent that you were to take to Nines Rodriguez the last round. What do you do?
I mean, are they able to walk?
I thought they were out cold.
They look like they're deeply, deeply crippled. Like as if they could spend blood to heal themselves to the point where they could walk and be okay. But it's all over the fucking beach at this point.
Oh man, you think we could just like, we can make them like vacuum their own blood up?
Reverse platoon.
Alternatively, we could just Diablo it. No.
Yes, we could Diablo them.
Like, they weren't there when we got there, guys. I don't know what happened.
I don't know, man. Or you could just like look away for 2 seconds.
Just gonna sort of take my handkerchief out of my pocket, wipe any blood that's gotten on my face or my skin.
While your face is covered, you just hear the Teletubby vacuum noise, and they're all fucking piles of ash. Actually, just wiping his mouth.
I'm gonna go ahead and approach them. Ask them, can you get up? Mark Zant's at your service? Not completely. That's more of a turn of phrase. I charge mostly.
One of them looks up. Sangre, por favor. Which I don't actually know if that's how you say blood in Spanish.
Yeah, sangre.
Woo! I didn't have to admit I was a dumbass, but I did it anyway because I'm honest. They're just like sprawled out, deeply fucked up. Their skulls have been caved in. Their arms are like twisted behind them and bent in unnatural positions, even for a vampire.
Two of the Toreador did try to run away, right?
Yes, they're effectively gone at this point. While you guys were...
But they didn't see us do it.
The Toreador? No. They were fucking out of their minds on fucking Byrick Ash's LSD trip. So you have effectively gotten rid of any witnesses to your crime.
They can't prove anything.
You're welcome.
If only we could just grab one of them and they could feed off of him.
Let's go get Murphy.
We can get a fish.
Is there anybody up on the dock? Did we see people as we were coming down?
Yeah. You did see there's quite a crowd actually on the boardwalk, if memory serves. That's what I said last time. I keep expecting the 40s to be like super tame and have like a curfew, but I know that's not true. So yeah, there's people on the Santa Monica boardwalk.
I mean, we could each get them 2. There's 3 of us and 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Which would put them one step towards blood bonding.
Just 1.
Blood bonding them would be useful.
Well, it takes 3 drinks.
Yes.
This just makes them really like you.
As they should. We saved their lives.
Non-existent life.
And possibly their anal virginities.
It's not deliverance, but I guess you're welcome to use your imagination.
World of
wherever you
darkness. Were the Toreadors homosexual? No, but are they awful people? Yes. They would derive no sexual pleasure from this. It's a
You
dominant thing
caused
for
the
them.
Great Depression. You should just be looking at terrible people and going, try harder, buddy, one day.
You gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
I didn't personally hurt anybody.
Except for all those starving people.
Except for maybe them. I mean, I didn't personally hurt them. I just caused a chain of events. Which benefited me and put several people on the very bad place.
Right, so
Yeah, I'll give one of them 3 blood points.
Okay,
I too will do the same. Well, only 2.
I won't.
Oh, yes, I do. So, you're going to sacrifice 3 blood points?
Yes, now that I am above 10.
Okay. So what I'm going to have them do is I'm actually going to have our friends here make a self-control roll.
No, man.
Oh.
You better.
They're not necessarily in a position to say no, but they know that this is usually a decision that could have some ramifications. So let's see how they do. Self-control 3.
They're dying. The one is dirty blood.
It is Toreador blood mostly right now.
Let's say if they botch their self-control roll, then their self-preservation instincts go out the window for you're trying to get me. So first guy, the Mexican guy that said "Sangre por favor," he got 3 successes. He wants it real bad, and let's call it, say, the African American gentleman, with 2 successes. So with a skeptical eye, he will greedily accept the blood. Who's going to feed who?
I'm feeding the Hispanic gentleman.
Okay.
Then I will feed the black man.
All right, mark off your 3 blood points. Byrick Ash is going to sit and watch.
I wasn't trying to save these people. I was just getting rid of some trash.
If you got one of the last Toreador, you'd be getting rid of more trash.
I'm not gonna chase him.
You have guns. Just
And
blow out the kneecaps.
Then do you want to carry him? I'm only giving him enough for them to walk.
And blood bond.
All right, so
Coincidentally.
you see them start. Their flesh knits back together. The grievous holes kicked in them begin to mend. Their flattened skulls begin to pop back out like watching a reverse dent in slow motion.
Buff it out.
And the two of them sort of rise back to their feet shakily, steadily. They still look a bit worse for the wear, but they're able to carry themselves.
Alright, now both of you get one hand.
And do it.
They probably have 1 left each.
Oh, nerds. Well,
They're not in a position to say no.
what race is the other guy?
He is also Hispanic.
That's yours.
Just have them keep feeding each other a few steps.
I'm going to address the Hispanic gentleman in Spanish. What happened here?
And he will basically say that they came here trying to meet with the anarchs of the city. They were told to expect someone to pick them up. They, not knowing what was going on, approached the Toreador. The Toreador had enough, or started throwing around some slurs and complaining about the immigrants that are diluting the pool, as they put it. And after being lured down underneath the pier, proceeded to have the shit kicked out of them.
Pretty typical Friday night.
I'll tell them that we'll take them to the Anarchs, but also the 2 of them should go grab somebody from up on the boardwalk for themselves and their friend.
Do we really want to leave that for them? I feel like one of us could do that better.
Would you like to do it? I really don't want to get my hands dirty.
Hey, kids.
Byrick Ash is going to walk up and...
That's probably pretty accurate.
Are Gentle Baragash doing that?
I will kidnap somebody.
Find a harem of sea lions.
Come on, pal.
They're cows that don't walk on the grass.
That means they can't run.
Just watch out.
Sea lion?
Watch out for the big daddy.
All right. So you sort of make your way around to the upper side of the boardwalk. And instantly, from the cold slosh of the waves beneath you, the warmth of life, of mortality, begins to greet you once more, and you can smell the mingled essences of all the different bloods all around you, like different vintages of wine. You can almost feel a palpable heat on your cold skin of the beating heart and vital life energy that mill about throughout the stores and the stands and the carousel. I don't actually know. I've never been to Santa Monica, let alone the 40s. That. And you sweep the crowd with your eyes, looking for a victim. What do you do?
You're gonna play up your delightful foreignness?
Monsieur.
I don't think I'd be accepted her.
Yeah.
This is the 40s. That might not go well.
Did I say it was? Like what year exactly?
1944.
Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't go over well.
Nazis! Bombshell! Turn to the pier!
Well, shit.
What path are you on again?
The path of harmony.
Harmony.
Well, what kind of criteria? What do I look for in a partner? Well, I don't want them to have a lot of people around them. But as far as like type goes, they can be whatever.
Okay.
I don't think he's got any particular inclinations towards sex.
They're not
Wait.
going to care at this point, buddy. Just
Weight, height.
All three of them are Ventru. They have special feeding concerns.
Oh my god.
Well, congratulations. You could fucking rip these people limb from limb, and your path doesn't give a shit about it. I mean, I guess...
As long as it's necessary.
Yeah, I guess there's undue cruelty, but...
But I'm only gonna kill them because it needs to happen.
I am very happy to accept the fact that you can rationalize it that way, so no path roll needed. However, Mr. Murphy Fierro,
Oh, what happened?
well, you did your late night shopping at the pet store, and you've absconded with, if I remember correctly, you got like a bunch of gerbils and a cat or something. I'm supposed you wrote it on your sheet.
I'm surprised I didn't write it down here either, but I'll go with either a gerbil or a cat, or maybe a handful of gerbils. It doesn't matter.
2 handfuls.
2 gerbils.
Gerbils falling out of your pockets like spaghetti.
We'll also grab a little bottle feeder on our way out.
A little bottle here.
You know, like the little things you hold upside down?
You just shoot it with morphine and...
No, I gotta get the gerbils drunk, and I'm not about to sit here and fuck them up one at a time. So,
Just get those things and to give medicine to babies.
I put it all in a box. I put the feeder in the corner, I shove the gerbils in there, and fill that butt up with booze. And I just kind of...
So... Betty Riverdale is gonna like watch you as you open the bottle and say, Murphy, you're not really gonna waste that booze on them.
Well, baby doll, you gotta understand.
The bubble cut.
You have, along with your damnation in life, you have acquired an addiction. Something that doesn't go away so easily when you've been turned into what we are now.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me why we're wasting the bottle on them, Murphy. Just give it to me, man. I haven't had a nip since this all happened. I just need something to take the edge off, Murphy. Come on.
Sweetheart, I wouldn't be doing this unless it wasn't necessary. But if you want to try it, be my guest. I don't recommend it.
Could you have Betty roll self-control for me, please?
2 successes.
She's fine. She will, Alright, you know better than I do about this, Murphy, but are you sure about this?
Yeah, don't you worry. If I shot this shit up without these things being as a buffer, I'd probably fucking puke my brains out. Shit blood out of my asshole. All that nasty stuff.
I always knew you were a lightweight, Murphy, but I don't think it's that bad.
Lightweight, you shut the fuck up. Because I pull out my kit from my pocket.
You just one of these days.
You carry the box of gerbils. Give me one of them. Just fucking walk down the street and shut the fuck up. So we walk down the street.
Where are we gonna go? I'm carrying a box full of drunk gerbils here.
Look, I got a fucking meeting and I gotta meet my friend somewhere.
A meeting with who?
I can't tell you this right now. I think the more you get involved, the worse. I know I have involved you quite a bit. Fucking assholes.
Unnecessarily.
Unnecessarily. There is a plan to all this madness.
No, there's not. You shut your whore mouth.
There's a shitty plan, but it's a plan.
Does Byrric Ash far away in the distance start laughing out of nowhere?
I just hear it through the night sky.
Byrric Ash. I don't believe Byrric Ash laughs.
No.
He giggles.
I tell her to walk while I prepare a fix, and then I'm sure she watches on as I take the needle and ram it.
Murphy, we're here on the side of the road. You're not gonna shoot drugs into a fucking gerbil on the side of the road.
What the fuck is it gonna do to me? I'm not shooting it into myself.
Yeah, I guess this is a time where
If anybody
the laws
asks,
weren't so.
you just, you let them know I'm a veterinarian. This is what I get paid to do. I am.
So why would you be doing outside the road, Murphy? I understand that vampires gotta lie, okay? I get that. I figured that out. But can't they make sense?
I look down the street both ways and wonder if it's late enough at night for it to be pretty dark and empty.
It's LA in the 40s. There's probably still some people out.
On a Sunday night?
It's Thursday. It's Friday, isn't it Friday?
No, it's Saturday.
We almost all of us
They
were
got
wrong.
church in the morning.
They've got shirt. That doesn't matter. All right. It's like if you just keep your fucking mouth shut, nobody's gonna look right in fucking hands. Trust me. I've done this a bajillion
I do this all
times.
the time.
Is that man carrying a gerbil?
Yes, and it's very cute. Look as I pet it. Walk away quickly. Let's go find a dark alley.
Murphy, I don't know how you keep track of all this stuff. This seems so confusing to me.
Just fucking follow me.
And this works? You guys ain't been caught yet? The vampires, I mean?
Well, I wasn't very clear on the rules at the very beginning, which has led me to this point that
Wait, what rules? There's rules?
fucking there's rules.
When are you gonna tell me the rules, Murphy?
Because I don't fucking know the rules. I barely found out. Look, there's something called the Masquerade. We can't reveal ourselves to mortal people. If we do, they're gonna come after you and fucking kill you. And to tell you the truth, they're after me. They want to fucking kill me. But calm your tits and we'll get through this.
So what happens if I turn you in?
What happens if you turn me in? Well, then they kill me, and then you don't have a sire, and you're fucked too.
So then I'm back to square one.
You better keep me around, eh?
For what? You're... Sorry, I just
It's okay.
sprayed all over you. Swallowing my spit like a civilized human being. For what? You're walking down the street injecting fucking heroin into a gerbil, Murphy.
Look,
What a life.
it's a beautiful life. Don't you fucking worry. I need you to shut the fuck up and calm down.
Yes, because that always works.
I use Chemistry 3. Does that require blood points to use?
Fuck if I know.
I don't think it does.
I would, however, like you to roll self-control for Betty. Diff 7.
Fail.
3 successes.
I guess, no matter how small, you do know this better than I do.
You want to see a cool trick?
Yeah, why not, Murphy? Show me a cool trick.
I create an illusion of us just normally walking down the street like normal people.
Okay, that's a cool trick.
You just fucking calm the fuck down. Well, I need to concentrate on
Can I
this shit.
see the book?
I think it might take blood point. Maybe. I didn't see it at the bottom.
You don't actually know the name of what you're casting, right? It's just Chemistry 3.
It's
Is it Ignis Fatus?
that one, or it's the one right after Ignis Fatus.
Ignis.
It's the image that has sound as well. It's after the making the image that's static.
Now, can it move, or are you just like
It can move.
floating down the street like
It
a
can
cannonball?
move. It can have sound. It can
Is it frame by frame then?
it can look exactly like what it's supposed to.
Apparition. As Ignis Fatus or Fatus Morgana, thus the Canine could create the illusion of a living being, running water, flooding drapes, or roaring fire. Spends 1 blood point to make the illusion move in one significant way, or in any number of subtle ways. For example, a vampire could create the illusion of a lurking mugger lurching at her victim, or she could create the illusion of a desolate street down which a chill wind blows trash while a street lamp flickers and hums.
No, I could just make it like. Can I just make us invisible with that?
No. Unless you were good enough to actually, could you?
If I'm just making an empty place or an empty street where we are, with that covering us up.
You also have to spend a point of willpower to activate Ignis Fatus and Fata Morgana. So it's going to cost willpower and a blood point. Yes, you can essentially like block out this street if you wanted to. However, I'm going to ask you to be very specific about what you're going to try to do with it, because you run the risk of having other people on the street notice, hey, everybody in the street just fucking disappeared.
Okay, then I'm just gonna do it specifically about us. I'm just gonna do the whole normal apparition of us walking down the street like normal people.
Okay, and what do you do with yourselves? Like your actual selves?
With our actual selves, we're gonna stay within the bounds. Like it's gonna pretty much follow over us.
So you're gonna try to like ghost this thing over you and follow its movements precisely?
Can I not do that?
You don't make yourself invisible.
No, I assume you're expecting to have the apparition follow you. No, the apparition works on its own. You would then have to follow the apparition.
Oh, then we would have to work really hard to follow the apparition.
Yeah.
Alright, then we'll go with plan B. I'm sorry. Let's reverse that for 2 seconds. We'll take a right into an alley,
Okay.
and then I will make a brick wall.
He doesn't use chemistry.
You're gonna sit there.
Sorry.
Start laying down the bricks, Betty.
We'll walk a little bit in there so no one can see, and then we'll just
Okay.
and then we'll continue what we're doing since she got to pass us. Like now, I'll just hand her a fucking gerbil who maybe have been in there drinking some booze.
It's like
This is what we put it. You put the gerbil.
It like does a little gerbil puke on her hand.
Oh, that's adorable.
Take a drink. Trust me. Not only is it sustenance in the form of blood, but you also get that good feeling. You're like, you know, I saw you sipping that little flask you keep under the desk with you. Oh, Betty. And then I fucking take the one that I injected with heroin.
Oh, Betty, your life's a wreck. You don't need to get yourself in order. You're gonna be more like me.
Betty, you make me feel less lonely. I feel like I have someone by my side in this world.
The response to that is like,
Ever since my buddy fucked up and Rick Ross got fucked up, now everyone's after me and they want to kill me. Fuck it, whatever.
Your buddy? You got friends, Murphy?
Fucking wise ass.
I was being serious.
Eat your fucking rat.
Shut up and eat your rat.
Fine. Excuse me for taking an interest in your life. I thought maybe you wanted somebody by your side, but no.
Someone maybe with less lip.
I am sorry.
You're the worst person. I
And
caused
he's a murderer.
I caused the Great Depression. He's a murderer. He's an assassin. Yeah, but you might be at the bottom.
It's gonna get far worse. Yes, we get fucked up in the corner.
So she sort of like holds the gerbil and tentatively, like she doesn't quite know what to do with it, and then just sort of instinctually, her fangs slide out slowly, and she just sort of envelops the creature with her mouth, pierces it. It gives a tiny little squeak for a moment, and then just falls limp in her hands.
Just swallow it whole.
I call them Capri Suns.
In the 90s, we'll market these. We'll make $1 million. I do feel better, Murphy. You got me there.
That's what I'm talking about, darling.
We can't drink Sunny D. Oh.
Hey?
what's the
No.
point of living?
Alright. So once we get a little fucked up.
How much ag damage does drinking Sunny D do to vampires?
Is it because it's made
It does 12 emotional ag damage because you can't enjoy it anymore.
But it's made out of sun rays.
Okay, so now we go
It's
to
powered.
Carlo Martino.
Sun, powered by the sun.
You have your hard stopped fetter. You now have a very begrudging ghost in your, let's call it, employ. What do you do with your night?
I'm gonna leave the building like nothing else happened. Like just close the window and everything. Go back to the car and head to a bank.
Bank.
Or like I know they're closed, but I'm gonna test the. I'm assuming like ghosts can go through walls, right? But then.
Yes. You know what else they can go through? Money. They can't act.
Oh,
They
okay.
can't actually do anything in the physical world.
but I can command if they get done.
He's trying to walk out.
Okay. Yeah. Or they can't. So they can't do physical things. Well, there's my plan.
Yeah, but the bank's been closed for like, what time is it? Like 10? They've been closed for like 8 hours.
No, that's why I go to the just have them go to the safe and just put it in my account or something.
I mean, you
The
could
fucking ghost sits there with a calculator and a fucking ledger.
That's the whole force. Or yes, yeah. No, I can't. So they can't like they can't interact with objects at all, or not really. They're just ghosts.
I mean,
yeah.
they can interact with some objects.
They can interact with their fetters.
Yeah.
Order him to
Why
steal
don't
this.
you roll me an intelligence occult to see exactly what you know about your dead friends?
Friends is a strong word.
Very.
My dead friends.
You mean his cousin?
They got 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Well, you would know that a Cainite's physicality and Wraith's incorporeality make conventional fights between them out of the question. Vampires can influence one of the restless by manipulating her fetters, objects or persons important to the ghost in life, or they can affect a Wraith directly with necromancy or other disciplines. Conversely, Wraiths can possess mortals in order to attack a Cainite, or they can invisibly propel inanimate objects. So, they can hurl things, basically. They can throw shit. But they're not just gonna go in there and walk out with the money Scooby-Doo stuff.
Have him hurl the money out.
No, to the vents. There's a vent there. Oh no. Because they can't only throw.
Throw out one bill at a time.
I was thinking like also a jewelry store, just like yeah. Throw the jewelry out the window, and then the window's already closed.
Make it
Must
right.
have make it one.
Yes, the vault's windows.
like getting like just going to like a jewelry store, and just having them pick the jewelry out for me, or something. But,
Trying to rob people.
You're despicable. Merva Viero is disgusting.
you just rob from animals' lives, and that's it.
I don't keep them alive.
You rob their lives
One
from them.
bullet point.
Yeah, they only have one blood point.
Yeah, you just.
Like,
It's like, when's the last time you drank one Capri Sun on a road trip? There's like just a trail of dead gerbils leading back to your haven.
They look like raisins.
Really? Why don't you just like have like a rat trap, like a rat hotel?
Rat hotel.
Yeah, but not a lethal one. You just like get them drugged.
If I survive, maybe I'll own a pet shop.
Like you know what a roach motel
Where
is,
Pierre
right?
retires.
Like, just keep a bunch of rats in a motel.
But you,
Hey, that's a fucking awesome idea. Rent out a shitty motel, and just like every once in a while, just come back and throw a bunch of peanuts and heroin in it. Just eat all you can. Then I come back, fucking grab a rat, and on my way. I wonder if I could preserve that. They have to be alive to drain them.
like have a cage.
Alive or
I can't
recently
like
dead.
open up my jacket and there's like 5 hanging rats right there.
You use their tails as a straw.
Take it off and then put it back in.
I actually did find something. I think it was one of the disciplines in the fucking stupid Cappadocian shit, where they have to drink cold blood from a corpse. So I'm gonna say probably, but one, it would only be good for 3 days because I'm assuming that's the upper limit of it, and 2, I don't know how much that would nourish you.
I do like that thing that fucking Corvus did. He'd keep like a little fridge in his limo. Little fridge of rats. This is
I
fucking
call this my wet bar.
I should find something classier than rats.
No, I think it suits you.
Chinchillas.
Those are expensive to import.
What multiplies like a rodent? Rabbits? Rats. Yeah, rats.
You get them during Easter time. Super cheap.
Yeah.
So rabbits and rats.
Parrots.
Just buy yourself a llama and just keep it high all the time. Carry it around on a leash.
I used to have a camel.
Constantly going through withdrawals
You know,
and
check it
spits
out.
on people.
For all you know, that camel's still alive.
As long as none of those werewolves just went Conan the Barbarian on them.
I mean, it was just a camel.
Could be a worker.
It's a were camel.
A camel in LA?
See, weird stuff.
Could be ridiculous, Adam. I believe there's were bunnies and were sharks, but were camels, come on.
It is confirmed where bunnies are real.
What are we looking at? Waiting for?
You.
Me?
I'll be.
Adam.
Oh.
I zoned out when Adam started.
Because I have no larceny skills, so I can't like. I'm gonna try to find a, get a way of contact with Murphy Fierro to
I'm gonna
get some stuff to blow.
Who does crime? Murphy.
Oh, yes, the detective.
I'm gonna say no. It's got to be living blood, unless specifically that Cappadocian thing.
All right. Then yeah, we'll just keep this box of gerbils handy for now.
It's like carrying a cage.
Box of drunk gerbils.
My favorite punk rock song.
So you got 1 blood point from drinking your gerbil with heroin. You're also like all woozy for the next 2 hours.
All right, Betty. Let's go stroll down the walk.
What kind of drunk is Betty?
What? Betty. Oh, what kind of drunk is Betty?
What do you think is the? She's your fucking character now at this point.
She's a lot more loose and happy, and she's ready to party with me now.
Just raunchy.
She's just like, oh, you're such a tease, Murphy.
I don't think she's that drunk.
You gonna take me down? I'm sorry, gonna take me downtown and do some stuff? Yeah, you wanna paint the town red?
You're making us uncomfortable.
You know? And then she like picks up another fucking gerbil and just drains that one.
Oh, fuck it, I'll roll with it. All right, so you need to contact Murphy Fierro.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Carrier pigeon.
Does it work that way? We're not that old.
Amber alert.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's the way you talk to me.
But I have to get it filled with heroin first. We can smell it.
Holy shit! It's a flying hit.
You'll throw a gerbil at it to knock it down.
Well, I will make my way with her back to. What time is it?
It's about 10-ish.
And it's their job to get me back to that place, not my job to get myself there.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, it's their job to get me there.
Get you where?
To the thing at midnight.
To the thing at midnight.
Yeah,
Not mine.
yeah.
Awesome. I'll go back to where we came from.
Was it specifically?
The Irishman's?
No, it's his.
Okay.
I'll go back to the Irishman's place just to make sure I'm
racist,
somewhere
though.
where they can come back and find me.
Okay, so you return to McNeil's mansion.
Yes. I'm sorry for burping. Excuse me.
And it wasn't your turn, Bob, so what are you gonna do? Realizing that your ghosts can't steal money.
Well, they can throw money, but they can't really hold on to it. What else? I probably did anybody die at your place? I'm probably not.
Problem. And you can go to his place. There's a bunch of dead gerbils.
He just becomes like fucking Willard.
It's the gerbil.
Oh man, you could raise an army of dead gerbils.
Your waves of ghost gerbils.
You shall make the ultimate gerbil.
Name him Badoof. What is the thing? I don't know.
It's a Pokemon,
I don't
Adam.
know, but like, what kind?
Badoof is a beaver.
How did you not? But I just don't believe beavers didn't exist in my mind at the moment.
Beavers are real animals.
Beavers are real animals. The episode now.
I don't know. I think
your
sea
nose.
lion harem. Oh, you're just learning all kinds of things today.
You never watched Angry Beavers?
I did.
That's why he thought they were fake. Like, there's no animal that's this stupid.
Weird
It just eats
cartoon.
wood.
Like the platypus.
Stop making shit up, Bob.
This is a duck with
You're
a...
confusing him.
It's just a hairy duck.
The unicorn is a much more plausible animal than the platypus.
It's a skinny rhino.
You ever seen a narwhal?
No, well, I've never seen a narwhal. We're in Texas.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, on documentary
Anyway.
or something.
Please send your narwhals if you have any spare.
We need some
You can
Texas.
send them to the Capcom PO box.
Well, while you think about what you're going to spend your night doing, we return to Jibril, scanning the boardwalk.
No one.
Okay.
Now, I guess I should ask, what are you guys going to do while he's hunting?
I'd probably sit on a rock and ask the three people. After asking, I know what happened. I'm gonna ask.
I
them.
know what I want. I'm gonna go towards the water, the piers, and people are gonna be like, I'm looking for someone who's trying to kill themselves.
You're looking for someone who's going to try to kill them.
Because they want to die anyways. I might as well use that. What are the chances that someone is suicidal?
I mean, if they were suicidal, they're not going to jump off the pier.
I mean, they might want to do that slow walking into the water drowning.
Do people actually do that?
I'm sure.
Yeah, some people also just go to the shore and cover themselves with a big rock.
I mean, that's true.
Okay,
You're probably wondering why we know so much about suicide.
Well, when you want to get away with murder, that's what you gotta make it look like.
let's roll 'em. Percentiles.
Not that any member of Capcom's ever been implicated in murder.
Yeah. We can't say that. 99.
I mean, I could have rolled 100, but I didn't, so... Yeah, nobody's looking to kill themselves.
Damn it.
Bully someone until they want to kill themselves.
Convince someone to kill themselves.
Alright.
Go to somebody on the boardwalk and be like, man, how the fuck do you live with yourself?
Look out for him.
No, you just leave it at that. So they just have to sit there and wonder.
Aren't you like... Okay, so he's at a pier. There's no, like, fair that people chill at a pier?
I'm assuming there's people doing stuff.
But I don't want to go just be like, hey kids, calm down. That's weird and creepy.
You don't want to be it?
Get into the House of Mirrors.
We all float down here.
There was a draft in World War II, right?
Yes.
I will look for somebody who dodged that.
How would you spot a draft dodger?
A
You're just gonna look
dude.
for a hippie?
I'm gonna look for a man.
I mean,
Duh.
there's plenty of guys who didn't draft dodge, but just couldn't get in.
I find it hard to believe you
Physical
can't just
reasons.
find a beach bum, you know?
Well, this is like the 40s, dude. Things are pretty well. What are the chances I'm gonna find a homeless dude?
Yeah.
World of Darkness!
The homeless fire.
Sure. You can find a hobo some ways down the pier, keeping to himself on the beach, just trying to keep warm under a little wooden fucking pallet that he uses for shelter. He's dressed in dirty brown rags. His matted beard a mess of grays and whites and dirty locks of whatever the original color used to be.
Well, he's about to get knocked the fuck out.
There's a bonfire nearby.
Yes, of course, he's warming himself at a bonfire. This is the world of darkness in L.A., and there's definitely a bonfire.
Andy Warhol's about to kill him.
And you see a mysterious Toreador right off.
Yeah.
Banksy.
I heard about this man.
And you get the sneaking suspicion that he's an anti-Semite.
I don't know if I would be as well. Nah.
You're Zoroastrian. You're not Muslim, so probably not.
Next character, though.
You're just gonna make a Nazi get a Fenris?
Alright.
They're not all Nazis. But how
Alright.
not to get a Fenris?
So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go into. I guess stomp his windpipe.
Jesus Christ. That's not knocking him out.
So as you approach this homeless man warming himself up by his hobo fire, he looks and sort of regards you with some kind of fear to see somebody else this far out into the darkness, into the what is effectively the wilderness of the beach. But he says nothing. What do you do?
Pull out your gun.
Just look pretty at him.
Just gonna walk right up to him. And throw. How big is the fire?
The hobo fire size? It's a fucking steel drum, dude.
Are you gonna beard off with him?
Does Jibril have a beard?
No.
I just always kind of assumed he looked like you.
Except darker. No, I don't think he got a beard. At least not.
I mean, maybe it's just for dint of the interviews, but I've always just pictured your characters as you. Jibril has just been Xavier with a knife. So Xavier.
Alright, so I'm gonna walk over and then, I guess, quiet as kick over the
As you begin to approach him with no sound, he's going to take off running into the night.
I don't know. Damn. Oh wait, I'm faster.
Significantly.
I'm gonna tackle his ass.
Okay. Let's. You're going to make a strength brawl, difficulty 7.
Two successes.
2 successes. So you run forward, you charge, bear hug him from behind as you leap through the air. He says, "No, leave me alone! Leave me alone! I didn't do nothing."
Full German suplex.
Would you like to roll damage for your tackle?
Yes.
All right, strength +1.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Full German suplex?
Nazi suplex. It's a Nazi suplex.
+1 for your extra success.
No, that's our get the straight +1. That is going to be 1 success.
Okay, so you've dealt a level of bashing damage to the dirty hobo. Now what do you want to do?
How do you feel about yourself right about now?
Is there some reason that you specifically singled out a homeless person rather than any one of the regular people on the pier?
Probably because I just.
It's easier that way. No one's gonna care about him if he's gone.
Wow. I could have written an entire World of Darkness chronicle about that, but I just didn't have the foresight and unmitigated cruelty. Good job.
Murder hobo now.
I mean, what is he doing for society?
We're causing global warming.
That asshole.
One
I'm
hobo
glad-
fire at a time. LA is getting warmer.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just gonna punch him in the solar plex.
Fucking punch him. I guess you're attacking from behind. So another 2 dice, and you got him pinned, so I'll give you -2 difficulty.
Oh boy, it's the
Yellowism.
It's the knives of Ladi. If only I had a special team, bro. That's only 6 successes.
Roll damage.
So strength +5.
Yes,
Yes. What does that count as?
I don't know, what does it count as?
I mean, the top's an 8.
What's the bottom one?
A 6.
I'll give you an extra success for that.
Yeah, come on, Brian.
6 times 8, that many successes?
That man is soup.
So that's 7 successes.
7 successes. So you just kind of, "Oh, leave me alone, please!" And you punch him hard in the side, and you just hear something pop, and he stops moving.
You murdered this man.
No,
Fire
that was
cat.
only bashing damage.
Murder hobo.
He's still alive.
I would love to give the hobo soak rolls and just be like, nope, 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 nope.
Hobo fortitude.
The sturdiness of the leg.
I didn't soak shit.
Alright, well, I'm dragging his ass back.
Thanks for watching another episode of Caffeinated Conquest Vampire the Masquerade. We're up in here being some really crazy anarchs. If you like what we did, like and subscribe. Shoot us a comment down below. Let us know if we need to do anything better. Also, check out our fucking DM's Kindle page. See his books. He's a fucking good writer.
Thank you.
Don't you know it? In any case, you stay caffeinated, eh?